Okay. All right. Let's see. How are we doing? Hi, Janice. Okay. Made alive. Yay. Hi, Lori. Okay. Let me get y'all up here so I can see what's what. So I am just pissing people off left and right apparently today. Let me close the chat thing for Maddie. I'm sure. Jewel, well, hello and thank you. How are you today? I must say I do appreciate all the donations. It kind of helps me because I spend a lot of time on this. Oh, let me close that for Maddie too. No, close. Come on, Maddie, stop doing it so I can close, please. All right, so, yes, I've ticked some people off today already. I got back to work today after tarot stock, which was wonderful, and I hope that you all enjoyed it if you were there, and I hope that you enjoyed the lives and stuff that we did from it if you weren't there. And I hope that if you weren't there, you can count on or start planning to be there next year, because we're going to have an awful fun time. All right, and I forgot, this light screws this up, so I'm going to try to turn it off, even though hopefully it won't be too dark. Oh yeah, that seems a little better. You started your first day of work at your new job. Well, congratulations. Hopefully it's nice. Bob says he'll be there. Yay! Oh, good. All right, so first of all, I will say, how did I piss people off? I came home and unplugged all the, everybody has Ethernet cables hooked up to my modem. And I got 1 gig of internet so that when I did my videos, like I specifically pay for it so that when I do my videos, hopefully it won't stop in the middle. You remember how it would stop and you'd get the circle of death, and then you all would laugh at me because when it came back, I would have this horrible face on and stuff. Well, it hasn't done that since I've done that. But they all keep plugging in their Ethernet because it's too slow for them downloading their games. So I went up and unplugged them all. I'm like, okay, it's 7:30. This is my time to do videos. So any other time of the day, you can plug it in and take half. But what happens is if they plug in, they take half the internet immediately. And I'm like, nope, can't do that right now. And my son Dustin gave me a look like he was about to kill me. But that's okay because I pay for it. So can you tell that that I was back to work today? I'm like, meh. I really wish I could just quit my job and win the lottery and start my commune. It would be awesome. But since I can't do that, here we are. All right, let me say hi to everybody. Janice, hello. Katie, hi. You made it live. You did. Hi, Lori. Anastasia, hello. Paperback Palacios. Is that how you say that? That's cool. Karen, hi. Takesha, hi. Let me put my glasses on so I can see this. Erica, hello. Janet, hi. Jewel, again, thank you so much, honey. I really do appreciate when you're able to give a donation. That always helps me out tremendously. So thank you. I appreciate it. Owl, hello. Hello, that Barb girl. Hi, Misty. Hi. I guess good evening. I know it is evening now, I guess. TLC and Bob is here. Karen, you better be there next year. Hi, Coyote. Jack is here. Hi, honey. I hear you got a tattoo. I haven't had time to look at it. Hopefully I'll look at it afterwards. And it didn't hurt too bad, and it looks stupendous, I bet, right? Hopefully. Jewel, I wish you could go to Witchy Palooza next year, but you're all the way in California. Well, Jewel, you never know. Let's try to figure out if we can get some West Coast people to like do a caravan or something coming all the way over. And maybe you could like ride with them. You never know. We've got a year to plan. Yes, and yes, it's a foxglove. Oh, cool. Jack, you two just blah. I know. I just didn't want to go back to work today. And tomorrow I have to start training a new girl. So I'm like, I hope I haven't even ever met her. So hopefully she's better than the last one. Moondust. Hey, how are you? I know, long time no see. I'm glad you're here. Spitfire Cat. Hello, little dandelion is in. Awesome. Jen, have you decided whether Witchy Palooza will be in June or will it still be in July? Okay, so we changed the date because everybody was like, oh yeah, July doesn't work for me. And a lot of people said that. So I'm good working in college for the summer. Ooh, that sounds fun. So we are going to do it. Now I posted the dates. I think it's the 18th. On live, guys. So maybe I can stop the chat for 2 seconds. Hi, Justin. I haven't seen you. 18th to the 25th. Thank you, Bob. Yes. So it is going to be June 18th to June 25th. And that way we figured a couple things. First of all, apparently there's like a million birthdays in that time, so we can have awesome birthday celebrations. And they're still gonna go. And Litha, we can celebrate Litha MidSummer in the midst of our Witchy Palooza. So hopefully more people will be able to come. I hope. All right, I hate it. Does it look too dark to you guys? It looks dark to me because I'm old and I need this bright light. But if it's too dark, it looks kind of fuzzy to me. I think it's because it's too dark. Hold on. I know what I'm going to do. I need a little light from this, but not that. So, let's try. How's that? No. Hopefully that's a little better. Okay. Good. Okay. Can I say okay anymore? Okay. That's okay, Steven. No biggie. I thought it was Maddie again. And I'm so used to it now. I'm just like, oh, Maddie's messaging. Jen, are we still deciding on Witchy Palooza date? So we did decide, Maddie, because July doesn't seem to work for most people exactly. So it's June 18th through the 25th. You were chatting with Maddie. See? 18th to the 25th. And apparently that's a lot of people's birthday. And it's MidSummer, so we can celebrate Litha and MidSummer in the midst of all that. Sound good? Hopefully we can get as many people as we can to come. So I really hope that works out for everyone. June 18th to June 25th. Right, exactly. Perfect. And now, my glasses are dirty. You are going good. I wish I'd live in the U.S. to be able to go. Moondust, where do you live? Because we have Steven coming from England. Right, Steven? Are you coming next year? You better be. We're going to figure something out. The delay. Ooh. What do you mean no? Steven! We're going to kidnap you and bring you on a boat. Is it the plane? Puerto Rico? Sadly, I depend on my parents' income. I see. What do you mean no, mister? I think we might have to come over and kidnap you. I'm going to stow you away on a boat and ship you over. Are you afraid of flying? Is that what it is? Is it you don't like flying? Is it? Is it? Am I bugging you on live? And my family is Christian, so they'd be fully against it. I hear ya. Well, someday maybe. Uh-oh, I think we ticked Stephen off. He's gotten quiet. He's like, no, you're not going to kidnap me. Little does he know, I'm going to fly over, throw him on a boat. Once I move to Canada, I will hopefully go. All right, sounds good. Oh, he really has gotten quiet. I hope you know I'm teasing you, Stephen. I mean, I want you to come, but I won't actually kidnap you. I promise. Probably. All right. So let's talk about MidSummer Litha. And hello, everyone who came in. Kendra. Oh, Deb came in. Hi. Hot air balloon, right? And Honey. Hi, Honey. And Erica and Pansy. Johnny Dragon came in. Hello, hello. And Desist. Denise. Hi. Or Stephen, you've gotten very quiet. I hope I didn't tick you off. You know I love you. And I probably won't kidnap you. Probably. All right. So let's talk about Litha MidSummer. Litha MidSummer is on June 21st this year. It's either on the 21st or the 22nd usually. Hi, Amethyst. How are you, sweetie? Litha was the first Sabbath I celebrated when I started my pagan path. That is awesome. So it's like an anniversary for you. Awesome. It's either on the 21st or the 22nd. It's one of those holidays that it depends on the cycle of the year and all that kind of stuff, which day it's on. Litha is the longest day of the year. And so we as pagans celebrate MidSummer. So, it's hard to imagine that this is MidSummer, at least in New York, because it's just now finally starting to feel like that was meant to be sure rather than no. Oh, whew, I feel much better now, Stephen. I thought, uh-oh, I really ticked him off. He's going to hate me. So it's hard to imagine that this is the middle of summer. But it is, even with global warming and things being a little wonky, this is the middle of summer. It's actually on the calendar, it's the beginning of summer. But because we as pagans celebrate the longest day, we're talking about MidSummer at this point. So what is it? What is it that we celebrate? We celebrate the longest day. I don't know. Oh, it's next week? Is it next week? It can't be next week. Today's the 10th. Give me a little time. It's the 21st. So it's 11 days. It's like a week and a half at least, right? 80 one day, 59 the next, right? Do we celebrate sex again? Well, as pagans, we kind of always celebrate sex at some point or another, right? With this one, it is the Oak King. We're celebrating the Oak King and the Yule King. The Oak King and the Holly King. It will be Yule for you, so you must be down under, Trisha. At Yule, the Oak King won the great battle between the Oak King and the Holly King. And at MidSummer is when the Holly King wins the battle and the Oak King is wounded. It's okay. Hi, Hexen. All right, so we are celebrating. Let's talk about a little bit about the season. So we celebrate, as pagans, we celebrate 8 seasons, 8 Sabbats in the year. There's 4 what's called greater Sabbats and 4 lesser Sabbats. Yes, he did do an amazing job with my hair. I agree. Today was my first day at work with it, and my boss came in, so I thought, okay, here we go. And she just said, "Oh, I like it," and kind of smiled at me, and that's all she said. So I know there's nothing they can do because I checked, but it is. It's really gorgeous. So give us a twirl. I'm not a twirler, Maddie. I'm not a twirler, but I can show you a little. It's okay, Hexable, just Dr. Bay. So the greater Sabbats, now I'm saying it like a New Yorker. The greater Sabbats, Rochester, the greater Sabbats are the Sabbats that have high energy, that are most related to the earth as far as animals and that kind of thing. The lesser Sabbats are the equinoxes and the solstices, which this is the solstice. This is the summer solstice coming up. And so we call this the lesser Sabbat. And we celebrate the wheel of the year, which, because we see the time as moving in a cyclical cycle, right? And just like a wheel, it goes around and around. We don't celebrate, even though the perception of time is sequential. I'm on Top Chat too. Shit. Thank you for the reminder, Stephen. Thank you. I do that all the time. Hi, Shauna. So we celebrate the wheel of the year because we know that as the cycle goes up, it also comes around and comes back down and starts over again. Like all things of this world, life and death, the moon cycles, all that kind of thing. Hi, Kay. Yay, you did catch this one early. So we celebrate it as a wheel. Now, for the lesser Sabbats, the equinoxes and the solstices, they all have corresponding elements. So there are elements that correspond with Yule, and then Ostara, and then Litha, and then Mabon. And each of those has a corresponding element with it. So Yule is associated with earth. We just really got started, Shauna, so you're good. Dave is jumping on. Awesome. Ostara is associated with air. Mabon is associated with water, and Litha or MidSummer is associated with fire. And Litha is kind of the easiest one to remember because it's MidSummer. We're really talking about the sun and lots of sun energy and warmth and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit, that one's kind of like a gimme. It's a little bit easy to remember, hopefully, because I have a million suns on my altar and that kind of thing. Fire is traditionally the God's aspect. So if we talk about the God just as Lord and Lady, not as any individual God, but just as the Lord and Lady, God and Goddess, the God's aspect is fire. And the Goddess's aspect is water, which makes sense if you think about sun, like Apollo and all the gods, Ra, the gods that have to do with the sun, and moon, which all the goddesses, they have to do with the moon. That kind of makes a little bit of sense, right? I'll let you in on a secret later, I'll show you my Sekhmet that I got, and something that I had no idea was like just meant to be, that this is the time that I'm really getting involved with Sekhmet. So, yay! You didn't get notified either? Damn it, man. But you caught really quickly. Yay, good, Blake. Hi, honey. Hi, Kelsey. Action, emotion. Exactly. Action, emotion. So fire, the God's aspect, is action and heat and sexual energy and radiating. And the goddess aspect is that water, that we are, our emotions rule what we do normally. So Litha is said several different ways. As usual, whatever works for you works. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're pronouncing that wrong. That's just silly. There's really about 3 different ways that it is pronounced. It used to be pronounced Litha, yeah. And Litha, which is how I pronounce it. And most Wiccans today pronounce it as Litha. They don't pronounce the T part of that. Hi, Dave. That's okay. No biggie. And it has to do with where it came from and all that kind of stuff. Litha is one of those holidays that there isn't a ton of background on, specifically Litha, because it's not a holiday that was celebrated like the Druids talk about. There's no history behind the celebration of Litha, although they celebrate it anyways. But there isn't a whole lot of rich history behind it. There is more history kind of MidSummer, which is why we call it both. Okay. So what's the biggest thing? Have any of you ever been to a Wiccan or a pagan celebration for Litha or MidSummer before? Yes, Alban Hefen for Druids. Exactly. And again, the Druids talk about, usually say MidSummer, right? The Druids talk about there isn't a historical significance for them for Litha, but they celebrate it anyway because it's fun, and it's the Wheel of the Year. It's celebrating the Wheel of the Year still. So it doesn't look like a whole lot of people have seen a celebration. I love a good stormy day or night. Yes. Oh, me too. I love thunderstorms. Love it. Deb has. Okay. So if you have, one of the things you may have seen is the battle. So a lot of things. Oh, Sue went to Stonehenge. Oh, I'm so jealous. Sue, I'm so jealous. That's one of my dreams. So I have several dreams in my life. I would like to celebrate either a solstice or an equinox at Stonehenge at some point. And either a Beltane or a Samhain fire festival at Edinburgh, right? Pat and I went to a festival last year. You'd love to go for solstice. I know, right? I'm doing okay. Been in a funk. You can do it, Denise. We'll send you Reiki. So one of the things you may have seen is the battle scene. So a lot of, hi Claire, a lot of pagans, one of the things that they do for their ritual is the battle scene between the Oak King and the Holly King. Because there's always that constant battle of who is going to rule. So the Oak King rules traditionally from Yule until MidSummer. In which case, the Oak King is starting to get older and he's losing a little bit of his vibrancy and his strength. And so at that time, the Holly King is able to overcome him, and he wounds the Oak King. Now, the Oak King doesn't die yet, but he does wound him. And so he's getting weaker as the Sabbats continue and as autumn comes and that kind of thing. So what we can say is so this, I love this quote. Rick Johnson, who's a Gardnerian, he said, at Litha, the sun god battling himself, meaning the Holly King, is wounded and continues to weaken through Lammas at Mabon. He is sacrificed in his vegetable aspect. Remember when we were talking last year at Mabon? Now I'm putting them both together. At Mabon, he lays down his body, and his body is used for nourishment for the crops, and the nutrients are able to seep in and rot and give nutrients to the fields so that by the following spring, it's ready again to be planted. So he continues to weaken through Lammas. At Mabon, he's sacrificed in his vegetable aspect as crops are harvested. At Samhain, he becomes the lord of the underworld. The sun god, the oak king, becomes lord of the underworld at Samhain. And he is reborn at Yule as the holly king. Right? Continuing to grow through Imbolc, at Ostara, he meets and impregnates the goddess, and at Beltane, he marries her. So it's like a, shotgun wedding there, which, happens a lot in life too, right? Then again at Litha, his winter self brings the battle back to defeat his oak persona. Right? It's so cool to have stood right where she is filming. I know, I miss you guys terribly. The moon was so low it looked like she was resting on the stones. Oh, Sue, how awesome. Do you have pictures, Sue? I would love to see pictures. That is just a dream. Just a dream. Okay, so there's a battle scene. A lot of the times for the ritual for this Sabbath, there's a battle scene, and we are able to see the Yule King. I keep saying that. The Holly King is young and vibrant and has just been reborn from the underworld, and he's ready to kick ass. And if I come to the UK, I'll take you. I'm going to take you up on that. And he's ready to take on the Oak King. And he is able to wound him, to mortally wound him. And at that point, the Oak King starts to weaken from there. Make sure you guys hit that like button for me, because it makes these videos in more circulation, okay? Luna, I could use some good vibes energy this week. Just finished my heart transplant evaluation, and they are presenting my case on Thursday. Oh, Luna. Whew, we will send out some awesome Reiki vibes for sure, that you are high up on that transplant list and able to get a heart soon. Right? For sure. We have lots of new Reiki healers in here so they can help us out. Okay, so Litha then is celebrated with a battle between the Oak and Holly King. Is really a moment of cooperative transition. So we know that even though there's a transition period when we die, that we come back again, right? We talk about the Summerland, and we go home to the Summerland, and we look and pick out our next life. What do we want to learn in this next life? And then we transition and we're back again. This Sabbath celebrates the abundance of summer's warmth and strength, the creativity and growth that it facilitates. So all kinds of things have started growing. I have started to dry my herbs and clip my herbs, harvest all kinds of herbs. And I forgot, I forgot all you guys were here, and I did not give out one thing of mint. I'm so pissed because I have this huge mint pile in the back, and I was supposed to give out as much of it as I could so it could grow back, and I forgot. I'm on a squirrel's brain. That's what happens. So does anybody have questions yet? At the same time, it recognizes the inevitability of decay. On the other hand, by making Holly a king too, we acknowledge that decay is a mechanism of rebirth via death in the service of life, right? July, I'm stealing mint. Hell yeah, I was going to grab some, but I forgot to. Ben, next time you guys come over, when are you coming? The next time you come over, we need to yeah, I know, you only live 20 minutes away. Come over and get some mint, damn it. Me and my lemon balm stash, right? Change name from Julie. You've been harvesting herbs too? Awesome. Hey, Donna, how you doing? Awesome. So no questions so far. Perfect. When oak and holly battle in Wiccan circles, all the significant elements of legend are represented. Oak, when killed or wounded, concedes that his control over the year has begun to wane and that summer's abundance will inevitably give over to winter's foulness. Yet oak's death is but a prerequisite to the rebirth that will come of winter's gestational reign, a rebirth that will ultimately and eternally mean that winter's wounding and death. So again, the cycles continue. The balance is here. The rhythm of death and rebirth that makes the battle more cooperative than contentious, a rhythm that keeps the wheel of the year rolling. The Oak King's crown glitters under the summer sun, representing the sun itself in its round and full of golden glory and radiating all the colors of strength and growth. And even when it's knocked from the Oak King's head by the Holly King's sword, and even when Oak's summer crown falls to the ground, it still glitters. For Litha is only midsummer, and it's not yet. Oak's reign hasn't ended yet. His defeat now only presages what is to come. For now, we still make merry and enjoy the generous abundance of summer. Okay, so what else? Summer is bonfires. It's the first of the fire festivals. A lot of pagan celebrations include a big bonfire. Wish you could send me mint my way, but biosecurity is tight. Oh, you're in Australia. Yeah, good luck. I know they're going to different countries. I can do it within the U.S., but it is hard to do. Is it weird that I want to queer this story of the Holly and Oak Kings? Not at all, Jack. And there is nothing wrong. Now remember, do we really believe that long ago there was an Oak King and a Holly King and they fought and this, blah, blah, blah? No, we don't believe that. Thank you, Amy. Maddie did it. We don't believe that. So what works for you, right? If you want to queer up that story, go for it. There is, as long as it talks about the wheel of the year and it gets you to remember how the wheel of the year goes, go right ahead. Justin will get some mint in October. Perfect. It's almost 1 a.m. Whoo! Oh, Amy, I'm sorry. Let's send you some Reiki right now. Good. Reiki healing, honey. Anima and animus. That's right. So if it works for you, Jack, awesome. Do that. In fact, write up a story and let me read it. I would love to hear it. That would be a cool ass story. I'll include it with my rituals for sure. Okay, so the sun. I have all kinds of sun representations on my altar. Let me see, how bad is this really? If I take that off, ugh. I just need to put the light way over here because behind me is a whole lot of ugh. Let me try pointing it this way a little. There we go. Let's try that. Hi, all. I'm listening and while trying to set up my altar. Okay, no problem, Gypsy. So yeah, there was a Holly King and an Oak King standing on top of the stones fighting until he went down. Ah, how cool, Sue. What an amazing thing to see. So what do I have? I have my chalice, has a sun on it. I have a whole like sun theme to that. I have fire and sun candles. I made the hubby make me a new painting because I can't find my midsummer painting. Last year I made him paint. As long as you aren't shoving religion down my throat. I don't shove anything down anybody's throat unless you're willing. So yeah, I made my hubby paint a new sun for me because I lost the, well, I know it's around someplace, but I can't find last year's, so I made him do another one for me. And we have a sun bell over here, and I love, this is, having such a hard time things. I have, and now I've been honest, most of these I have found in, we mixed a spirit oil with Jen where she's sitting, right? Yay. Most of these I have found at Goodwill or Savers or garage sales, or keep your eye out all year. And that's part of it, is you have to be willing to put stuff away. I have bins for each season. I have that candle holder. Candle colors should be red, orange, yellow. What's the green thing on the shelf? Ooh, there's so many. Green thing. On the second shelf. That, you talking about this thing? That's a fairy lamp. A candle goes in it. No top shelf. Green thing. This? Oh, yes, this. Okay, so I collect fairy lamps, actually, and I keep them out. The Fae are active from Beltane until Samhain. So there is a candle fits in there, and then it protects it so you can bring it outside. And, you know, so I keep them out while the Fae are active. I have a red one, too. I have a red one back there. Yes, and my deer skull. Absolutely. Yay. So the fairies are active until Halloween, till Samhain. So it's good to keep them out. What else? Sun. You know, a lot of my fairy lamps are red and amber colored. Perfect. All right, so I do want to show you the top shelf, because I did want to mention about Sekhmet, which I did not know this. So this is my new Sekhmet sculpture. That's not where we mix oil. That's where we watch Hunger Games. That's all right. So this is my new Sekhmet. And I will tell you, I made my Egyptian altar again, because I haven't had it for a while, and I felt a calling to Sekhmet. The pyramid dog thingy, that was from Hexen. That's Anubis. And Thoth, Sekhmet, Isis, and Maat. Maat, you may remember, is a goddess of mine also. So I'm really starting to get into Sekhmet. And I will tell you, do you think the gods mind sharing an altar? Now mine are okay with it, but some are not. So you have to see for sure. Now, I will tell you a story. This is the offering. This is an offering, Egyptian offering girl that I got quite a while ago. And so my offerings to Sekhmet, I keep in here. And this is lapis, which is the stone of royalty for Egyptians. And this is hops. And I'll tell you, there's a specific reason why I put hops in there. And I didn't know this until I had gotten her and I started doing my research on Sekhmet. So Sekhmet, first of all, is the daughter of Ra, who is the sun god. She likes blood and beer. There you go, honey. So, correct. So, exactly. So the story goes that Ra was upset that the humans were ignoring his decrees. And so he sent Sekhmet down to Earth in order to whip the humans up into shape and to get them to worship correctly again. And she became so angry at the humans that she started to slaughter all of them, like really made it a big bloodbath. And so in order to calm her down, they tricked her and gave her, shit, of course I can't think of it. It's beer and they mixed something red into it. Who doesn't like blood and beer, right? Pomegranate juice. Thank you, Serrano. I appreciate it. They gave her pomegranate and beer and told her that it was blood so that she would drink it. And she got drunk, and she got too drunk to finish slaughtering all the humans. So she forgot about it and she got really drunk. So my offerings here are hops, which is what beer is made out of. And so that's the other thing that I did not realize at the time. I had read quite a bit about Sekhmet, about her healing energy, which is very active instead of passive healing energy. What I did not know is that she was associated with the sun very much. She was known as a sun goddess in Egyptian pantheons. And that she is supposed to help you with your anger, that when you kind of lose control, too drunk to kill us all, right? I thought it was great. When you start losing control, you can call upon Sekhmet to help control your anger, which is awesome for me. I love that. Very hoppy beer once in a while. The hoppier, the better, right? You're from Ireland. Well, welcome, Amy. So I just thought that was super cool that it was right before MidSummer, and she's like, I knew that she was a dark goddess, but I thought it was great. Yay. I'm half Irish. I'm half Irish too. I am. In the veggie section of your grocery store. I know, right? I thought it was great. I've searched everywhere for pomegranate juice and no one carries it because it's not in season. Try that. What's the cranberry people? There's, at least there used to be, cran pomegranate juice. So what are they? Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray, I think, has a cran pomegranate. So at least you can have a little of both. Yeah. Ocean Spray, exactly. Okay, so as we go on, I'll do a couple more videos about Litha, and we'll kind of talk about some of the rituals that we can do. She's anything but dark. She's a dark aspect, Serrana. I don't think of dark as being bad. It's just the way you see energies. So I think it's awesome, actually, but so come on, open. So I did want to see or show you a couple of the one of the things you can do that you might want to start looking up and think about doing if you want to do one this year is called, see if I can find it here, the sun wheel. And there's a whole aspect of the ritual that you can do with the sun wheel. And I wanted to show you an example of what the sun wheel looks like. This is obviously a big ritual sun wheel, and you don't have to do this big ritual thing, but see them? That's the sun wheel. So I thought maybe we can talk about next time how to make your own sun wheel. And what you do is you make it and you set it on fire if you can. If you can't set it on fire, that's okay. We'll talk about what to do with it from there. But I thought we could talk about, because it's a big part of the ritual in a lot of places. So next time we'll talk about the sun wheel. Does that sound good? How about anybody else have questions? Anything? We'll talk about recipes next time. What else? No problem, that Barb. We're almost done. Can you show your cat, please? Luna, come here, baby. Where are you? Luna, it's actually not my kitty. It's my daughter-in-law's or almost daughter-in-law's. Luna, where are you? You were just here. Where'd she go? Luna. I will. If she comes back, I'll show her. Luna, yes, that's her. Oh, there she is. Come here, baby girl. So, this is Luna. And she is a little lover. She knocks everything off of my altar, though. Don't you? Mm-hmm. You knock everything off of the altar. And she is a big, huge pain in my butt. But is Luna the one that ran off? She is not. The one that ran off is the one that we have here all the time. And this one is really Kaylin's kitty. And your whiskers are in my nose. She is a lovable. She is a huge, huge pain in the booty, though, which really means she's just interested in magic and she feels all the energy. Another thing about Sekhmet is she doesn't let you allow others to walk all over you. Yeah, exactly. I know. I just am loving Sekhmet. I love her energy. I'm loving working with her. So I'm really interested to keep going. Right? I'm going to show you. You are so warm. I don't want to be warm. I'm already warm enough. All right. Any other questions? Has she come back? She did, Kay. She did. She absolutely came back. I don't know. She just was like under the chicken coop or she got enough food. I keep thinking she was at the neighbor's. Oh, no, we did. We found her in the basement. That's where she was. And I kept saying to Joey, you checked the basement, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he didn't. So, yay. Are you ready to get down yet? You can go if you want. You don't have to. There's another Eye of Ra deity who had a lunar aspect called Sekhmet. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Amy. Good luck, honey. She left Egypt and all the water left Egypt. How do we activate moldavite? Okay. Hold on. So moldavite is kind of right in my nose, sweet pea. Kind of like, you can come back if you want. Scullies, in that a lot of times you have to talk to them to activate them or meditate with them to activate. So when I have gotten my moldavite, I have made sure that it was nighttime, first of all, because it's a meteor. The moldavite likes to see the cosmos. So it likes to see the moon. It likes to see the stars as you're trying to open that energy. And try to be outside if you can, so that it can kind of communicate with the cosmos a little bit. I really sit with it. First, I set it in front of me so that it can see up into the air. And I really open yourself up. If you know how to, you are such a pain in the butt. I'm in the middle of stuff. If you know how to open up the chakras in your hands, I would open up the chakras in your hands and just kind of scan over it and try to see where are you going, Shelly? Try to see the energy with your hands. You know what I mean? Open up. Please don't get into my soda. I don't want her in my soda. And so, right in the nose. And so, don't do that. Don't knock my crystals over. Yeah, sorry. Let me be on task. Try to open up that energy. And you want to say to it, okay, I want to program you to work with me and open your energy to work with my energy. Until you start to feel something a little different from it. And then try to pick it up from there. Now, either you have opened it up and activated it, it may be too much and you may have to kind of hold it away from you in one hand a little bit, because moldavite is another one of those crystals that can be opened up and activated and can be very, very, it's very high vibe. So if you're a person that really feels that high vibe, sometimes it's really hard to work with at first. You really have to start with like a couple minutes, and then the next day maybe try 5 minutes, and then maybe try 8 minutes, and then 10 minutes. You kind of sometimes have to work yourself up. Understand that that's okay. It's very intense. Yes, absolutely. And so once you're able to work with it some, then you're going to start working with your third eye with it. And literally the best way that I found is to lay down outside. If you can lay down outside and just lay it on your third eye and meditate with it, it's amazing. Amazing. Truly amazing. Now, if you're not feeling anything, are you 100% positive that you have for real, true, actually moldavite? Moldavite is one of those crystals that it's very easy for the for China and stuff like that. It's easy for them to do a piece of glass or do a piece of something else. They make a lot of fakes. Hi, Bob. So just be careful and know that, yes, that it's not just green glass. And as long as you know it's real, you should be able to open it up and activate it. And once it's activated, just be careful because it kind of overpowers a little bit. You have to get yourself used to it. I'm still, I haven't taken my damberite out of the bag yet. I'm like trying to get close to it first, and then maybe I'll try to pick it up for a couple minutes, and then you really have to get yourself used to all of that. So it's genuine, awesome. Then try that and see if that works for you. And if it still doesn't, let me know. I'll try a couple things, one-on-one with you. If you're on Facebook, message me on Facebook. Okay? Yes, there are a lot of fake moldavites out there, for sure. No, thank you. No, thank you what? It should have inclusions and imperfections, exactly, but not bubbles. If my damberite has chilled out, though I have a lot less crystals in my house. Oh, my damberite hasn't yet. Not yet, but I haven't worked with it a whole lot yet, so absolutely. If it has bubbles, though, it's glass. Be careful. But definitely to the Power Stone. Oh, yeah. I know. Poor Bob. When we were at the gem show and I got my damberite, I literally was sweating to death. And Jack couldn't hold it for me because Jack was sweating to death because he wanted one. And I turned around. I'm like, here, Bob, can you hold this for a minute? I'm like, I can't. And he's like, whoa, what the heck? Here, take this back. So we all kind of figured out damberite is super powerful. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go for tonight. I'm really glad to kind of be back in the swing of things. I will say that Peter is working full-time now, evenings, and that means that I should be on a regular schedule because, I don't feel quite so guilty about ignoring him in the evening time. So what crystal is that? That was damberite. In this case, it was pink damberite. Danburite. But damberite is a very high vibe crystal too. So because I don't feel so guilty, yes, exactly. Not all crystals resonate with all people. That's so true. Thank you for bringing that up, Janet. If it doesn't, then maybe that's just one that doesn't resonate with you, and that's okay. All right. I love you guys. And tomorrow is Tuesday. So we should be back in with Tarot Tuesday. Yay! I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've had a Tarot Tuesday, but tomorrow we will be back in with Tarot Tuesday. Yay! All right, guys, I love you all. I will post, as a matter of fact, I'll post a poll in the Facebook group to pick the card for Tarot Tuesday, okay? Love you guys. Be good, and we'll see y'all later.